our Napoleon Total War fan
Well,
group blog. Um, Today I got In Color and Argument, and I'm Nick Stone. We're just going to go for the multiplayer campaign first impressions and the Napoleon Total War first impressions as well. So guys, what is your first impressions of the multiplayer campaign?
I actually like it. I've been playing with NPC for a while and it's pretty good.
What do you think, In Color?
I'm quite impressed. I think it's very funny. I played a lot with one of my friends. He's always torturing me to play with him, so that's good. But I definitely think it could need some improvement on some points. I'd like to see the fog of war being removed when you're allied to a player. That really annoys me that you can't see what he's doing.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I also find that the waiting time's just too long, especially if you're playing with someone who doesn't really get it and sort of sets up like 8 minutes per turn, and you're sort of sat there for for so long, and you just don't really know what to do in that time. Nothing to do really.
Another thing I'd like to see is that instead of only being able to play against the AI, perhaps you could give a certain amount of your army to the other player so he could control that, and then you could like play together against the AI instead of playing against each other. That's not what I like when I play with my friend. He's quite upset that I oppone him all the time.
That's very cocky. But what do you think could be improved? And if it was, put into Napoleon or into any future Total War games, what would think could be improved in it, especially?
Immersion. There's not enough immersion in the Empire Total War game.
I find that I'm only doing the same things I would do in a campaign against the AI anyway.
But they figured it out. They're adding attrition and stuff. That's gonna work out if you wanna attack Moscow. You're gonna lose men on the way.
Yeah, that's actually quite a good point. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I never thought of that. That would add quite a good part to the game, knowing that you could literally just starve your player as they're approaching you.
Yeah, I love the fact that nutrition plays a big part, especially as of now. I really hate invading Moscow. I think it takes so long to walk around in Russia, and with the nutrition in Napoleon's Total War is going to be even more annoying.
So would you be in it more of a success if you added more people to each campaign? Because at the moment you only got 1 versus 1, but if you added like 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3, do you think it'd be more popular with people?
I think it would be quite popular at lanes, because I'd really like to sit around with a lot of my friends and just play a huge game. It would take a long time, but that doesn't really matter when you're at that lane. But over the internet, as of now, I don't think it's capable of doing more than one-on-one because it will take too long.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, at least give us the option to have more players.
Yeah, because I think they did try it, but I think it was so buggy and so sort of CTD, that's even a word. They just couldn't get it to work this time round. So I think the technology is there. I think they just got to work on it. I think it could definitely be there, but in my opinion, I think it'd be more of a success if they did. Add more immersion, and instead of having like, oh, I'm playing in Spain and my other player's playing Russia, you're never gonna have any contact with each other at all. So I think if you had a couple more players in between, it'll add a bit more fun to the game. So we've covered the multiplayer campaign, so let's move on to Napoleon Total War, the first impressions of the game. And obviously we've had a recent gameplay video, and we've had lots of previews, and then they cover the same stuff. We can see what's going on, and the game will actually be released in 2 months' time, which is quite good if everything goes according to plan. So what do you think so far about it?
I like the fact that that the turn now takes 2 weeks, and you can't like train huge stacks of men. You really have to look after your men and stuff. Well, yeah.
I really love that.
Yeah, I think it'd be quite good for multiplayer as well. I think that'll definitely sort of make you want to just literally just micromanage so much more. So think, oh, I lost an arm wrestler. I got 2 cities next to each other. I just sort of get 4 or 5 units that line up in each city and just put them into a stack and send them back in again. This time you got 1 army and you got to make that last as long as you possibly can.
Yeah, and it's also how you use it. You see, in Empire you could like take farms and stuff, and it would take away money from the enemy and stuff. But now you can really use that to your advantage with the attrition system.
Yeah, it always boils down to that, and so many times, so many different Total War games, people like saying, oh, how come we can't, starve the players? But I think this time, I think it would add a lot more to the campaign. It make you want to plan out your moves much, much more carefully.
If you can take like their factories and stuff, you can really wear out the enemy.
So, what do you think about, repairing ships in a naval battle? Do you think that'll come in handy at all? Do you think you'll ever use it?
I don't think I'll use it that much because I usually just put them in and they'll either die or win. So, but I think it can be used quite well if to pull out your ships and like repair them and pull them back in. I don't hope that you can fully repair them because it's quite limited what a few men can do on the sea just like that. So I don't hope you can fully repair them, but repair them a little so they don't get too pwned.
Yeah, fair enough. So would you buy it on release when it comes out? Would you sort of pre-order it, wait in a queue in a shop, or would you just wait until to what the opinions of the gamers would say?
I'd probably wait for like a week and then I'd buy the Imperial version because I'd like to have all special stuff.
I think that I have a lot of faith in this game. I think they have learned a lot from Empire State War, and I think that they fixed all the bugs, and they said that they're going to carry on from Empire State War. So I think the game's going to be a lot better. I think I have trust in CA that they will release a good game this time.
Well, they've said that they'll make the AI more persistent. They won't just run around like ants or something like that. They'll actually
Headless chickens.
yeah, they'll actually do what they want to do. So if you move your general over there, they won't try and kill him all of a sudden and move his entire army. He'll move portions of his army to do certain objectives, and if needed, it can also take the entire army. But it will be much more persistent, and I really hope this will break through.
The new AI has they now use reserves and stuff, and they commit a certain amount of their force to battle.
So anything you particularly want to see in this game?
You know, the usual stuff Napoleon did, assault columns, massed infantry, flying cannons and stuff.
What about historical accuracy? Are you prepared to sacrifice that for better gameplay, or are you like, you're a history buff and you can't stand having, wrong flags and things like that?
Well, if they just carry a French flag, I don't really care. I mean, I just want the units to look good. Historical accuracy is a must, but I mean it's not a must, but I'd like to see it. But yeah.
Yeah.
What I really hope
Alright,
is
okay.
to see a lot of historical accurate units. I really love the fact that you have this one unit that fought back then and it's really elite and all that. I really like that. I'd also like to see all the little stuff that made me love Medieval 2, like those little things on the map that showed that he was a great battle 20 years ago or something like that, and the assassination movies. those were quite fun sometimes, and I really hope that.
Yeah, I also really loved having, like armies outside the map would appear, like the Mongols appear, and they'll literally just conquer a lot of Europe, and you'll put a lot of it at threat. And I hope there's something like that will come in, maybe just like just huge like Russian hordes of armies may come in from the far eastern side of Russia, like reinforcements may come in to kind of stop you. That'd be quite good to appear. I'd like to see that personally.
Yeah, you're gonna have the coalition coming from all sides.
Yeah, that'd be really. I just really want to see the AI working together against you, because in the faction description for France, it says that everyone's against you. So I want that. I don't want I can make alliances with England, but go to war with Prussia, and then when I destroy Prussia, go to war with England. I don't want that. I want them all at war with me, and sacrificing all my units, and really, really, really planning my moves really carefully. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be lightning war. Just quick war, one battle. You take an amount of territory. You make some vassals. You have peace for a while. You make some units, and then war starts again. I hope that's good.
Thanks for all your comments, and thanks for listening. And we'll catch up with you again. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Bye bye.